What's up, 7 October's here. Welcome to Nightmare on Sedgwick Avenue, the home of hip hop and horror. And today I wanted to get on to talk about Doechii's latest single, Girl Get Up, featuring SZA. I wanted to do a reaction video. I wrote about my thoughts in a post, and I wanted to talk about the song. It's a dope song. She goes hard, and I'm not surprised. She's been bringing the bars, but also wanted to talk about female perspective with everything going on too. This dumbass streamer called Adin Ross. I'm not the age demographic, so honestly, I didn't even know too much about him. I only heard through him, through other hip hop journalists and other hip hop content creators that I know that have talked about him in the past. And just his ignorance and all that. But I want to give more limelight to Doechii because she deserves it. But I do want to address that as well. So I'll get started real quick. Doechii just dropped a few weeks ago, or like a week ago, Girl Get Up. Again, really dope song. She's addressing all the haters, and I don't expect less from her. She's pretty confrontational, and she doesn't shy away from it. And she's just like, again, a really dope lyricist, really dope songwriter. She does also not just like intellectual rap, like she even mentions it in her song, but she does really like dope R&B songs. She can sing, she can dance. I mean, when I first heard her, I got barely put onto her a little bit later than everybody, but I got put onto her when I heard, I think it was like Boom Bap and Nissan Altima, and I was like, who is this girl? Like, she's just killing it. And as I'm wearing the shirt, like I, of course, got the vinyl of Alligator Bites Never Heal. Really dope project from top to bottom. Like, there's no skippable tracks. Like, it's a really dope project. For it to be her first project, and I know she wasn't calling it an album, but it's really like off out of the gate, like that shows you like where she's at, and she's been putting in the work. And this song, Girl Get Up, featuring SZA, she talks about all that, like what she's been up to, but also the fact that all these people calling her an industry plant, which kind of that narrative started earlier in 2025, and all these different things, people talking negative about her, and she addresses that in the song and says how, you know, the industry is misogynistic and how she's not just an intellectual rapper. And I agree with that because a lot of female rappers, it's multidimensional. They don't say that a lot about the male rappers, where they have like these songs where they're misogynistic. They talk about parties and nobody really cares about it. But with women, it's like if you talk about sexual stuff or anything like that, just seems like it's not okay. And I think even Snoop Dogg or somebody said where it's like he doesn't want to hear women say that. But I'm like, we don't say that about male rappers. So being a female in hip hop, you should be able to talk about whatever you want. You don't have to be just stuck in one lane. And everybody's multidimensional, women included. So I really like that she said that in that song. It was just like one bar, but still it's really deep what she said. And then she addresses the industry plant issue. That people were calling her an industry plant, that they can't fathom that she worked this hard and that she earned the charts, you know, and that she's been putting in the work. I mean, there's she had a YouTube channel, if I'm not mistaken. Like, she's shown like her trajectory and how she's gone putting in the work to get to where she's at, which is well deserved. And I was happy when she won the Grammy as well. So Doechii's been killing it. And honestly, of course, there's going to be haters, but that song is really dope. SZA's hook is catchy. The lyrics, like I said, she's just going in. And I can't wait for the album. With that said, with this track, there's people that took personal to it. And like I say, when the shoe fits, I guess wear it. So this is where this guy, this streamer called Adin Ross, started talking trash. And he's been doing it, I think, it was the Met Gala, where it was like a whole thing where there was a video that leaked where Doechii was kind of be really stern in the way she told her team to like give her clothes and all this stuff. And people started saying like, oh, she mistreats her employees, but none of her team said anything that was wrong. It was just like one of those things where it's like everything's in a hurry. And so I think since then, this dude's been kind of throwing shots at her and calling out her name. And then just now, after she dropped this song, he decided to drop a diss song with Tekashi 6ix9ine and some other people, and calling her out her name and really using really derogatory names that often females are called. And me, from being a female perspective, and I love this culture, hip hop. I respect it. I know I'm a guest because it's a culture and genre that it's primarily African American who started this genre, and so I am always appreciative of it and respectful of it. And I would like to say that now I'm just not a fan, but I also have been contributing to it when I started Nightmare on Sedgwick Avenue, where I share my love for hip hop and horror cultures and be respectful of it. So with that in mind, and being like a female in hip hop, I wanted to give my 2 cents. But I believe that this dude has been going unchecked for years. I just watched a couple clips, but just watching him for a few seconds, I could just tell this guy's racist. Drake, all these people that associate with him, that have allowed him to go unchecked, to have given him like this bravery or that he's untouchable. Glasses Malone went off, and I agree on his stance. Like, no one should be calling a woman out her name, regardless of Doechii being famous. At the end of the day, she's a woman, black woman. This is a white, not even a kid, a man, because he's like 20 something years old. Shouldn't be allowed to be disrespectful like that, and we don't need people like that in hip hop culture. And he's not even part of hip hop culture. That's the other thing. Like, where he has this bravery, he thinks that he can say whatever he wants. This guy needs to be checked. And I know some people are like saying, "Oh, we need to like talk to him." Like, we already know sometimes when you're racist, you're racist. That you can't change that and take that away from someone. So with that said, we'll see what happens. I don't know if Doechii's going to respond. I don't think she should respond. She doesn't need to, but if she wants to, we'll see what happens. I'm all here for it for her and see what she does. And I know like she can hold her own. She doesn't need anybody to like stand up for her because she's a badass. But it's really dope to see that the hip hop culture is standing up for women. And again, this is my perspective. Like, we shouldn't allow this. And he's a culture vulture, like, for lack of better words. I don't want to say worse names because this guy's like really dumb, and the fact that he can think he can get away with it. I hope he gets checked. He has repercussions because there's always going to be some sort of, for anything that you do, there's always repercussions. So we'll see what happens, what unfolds. But either way, run, girl, get up. Doechii, that song is dope, especially for women. It's one of those anthems, and for Black and Brown and people of color, like, it's one of those songs. I really admire Doechii, especially what she represents, and just as an artist as well. She's just really multi-dimensional. She can do it all, and so I can't wait to see what she does next, and hope this whole thing, gets figured out. But I'm hoping all the best in 2026 for Doechii. Can't wait for her album, and let me know your thoughts, what y'all guys think with everything going on, and what you thought about the track. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.